Over the past year, millions of people have died because of COVID-19. The UK's fatalities are equivalent to the population of Cambridge. France's are close in size to the population of Versailles. Italy's fatalities amount to the population of Pisa. And Spain's are equal to the population of Figueres and its surrounding suburbs. But as we see these numbers rise, collectively, we are getting less concerned, not more.
Most people do not know someone who actually died. So at the beginning, it was like unknown, the uncertainty, the fear. But then people saw that life goes on. And in fact, for most of them, they hadn't experienced this kind of worst case scenario. And so the perception of risk for oneself and for others has reduced over time. So the numbers are accumulating and going up, but people's fear and kind of immediate negative emotional response has gone down.
This reaction is not unique. In the presence of overwhelming situations, most humans have an inbuilt coping mechanism. This phenomenon is called psychic numbing.
We're not around the deaths. All we're doing is we're hearing about it over and over again. And if you hear about something over and over again, our brains are designed to normalize it so that we have that space to be able to look outside and to make those choices. Because otherwise, we'd be so overwhelmed. We wouldn't be able to go anywhere, do anything, or make any decisions.
The term psychic numbing was coined by Robert J. Lifton in 1967. He used it to describe the turning off of emotions experienced by rescue workers after the Hiroshima bombing. Further research was conducted by Paul Slovic in response to the Rwanda genocide. His research found that the human mind struggles to empathize with more than one person at a time. So as the number of victims rise, people actually care less. People are also faced with a false sense of powerlessness when the numbers are high, and this numbs our response to people in need. But some charities have tried to combat this by focusing on individuals instead of groups. In 2015, the plight of Syrian refugees was transformed when, after more than 250,000 had died, One Voice photograph personalized the crisis. The public outcry caused donations to rocket. And recently, the death of Captain Tom Moore, a 100-year-old who died from COVID-19 after raising millions for the NHS, helped personalize the pandemic for many in the UK who hadn't been directly impacted by it.
The bigger the number, the less individual sort of story or plight there is, the more we just normalize it. We go, we have no control over it. We feel it's just too big. All those people that have unfortunately passed away, we can't connect to that. But that one person, we always find it easier to connect to, which is why, we focus on the one person. We never focus on the whole. We want to make their plight real for us so we can empathize and relate to that person.
So while the pandemic can be overwhelming, there are things we can do to combat our desire to turn off our emotions, like highlighting individual stories instead of figures, and volunteering to feel like you're taking an active role in solutions to the problem.